was that? It's gone. Can I go take a look?
Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Yujing Terrace.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked. Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while. Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who...
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining.
Well, what if this Adeptus... She was probably thinking something like... One was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can, I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However... Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I'm Traveler... Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, wait. Did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Quit following me.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you...
I can't...
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past... True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be since she's not here.
Uh-oh. Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests,
Yes, I think...
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue! You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock! Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there! Quick, swim to the very center!
Squall and Fury!
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
How do you feel right now? Shenhe! And the...
Why don't you say something? Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being alone. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how...
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most like...
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know.
Okay, no way Paimon would have suggested this idea.
Glad you're okay. As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry.
As ever, the conqueror of demons comes and goes. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for... I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind. So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm... Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus.
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any
music? What is that?
It's...
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't...
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do...
Oh, really? Great, let's go!
Quick, fall! The wind rises.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. The...
Oh, Paimon wasn't quite done with the Okay,
Oh. And a melody is...
Hey! Don't you patronize Paimon! Let's get one thing straight. Paimon knows plenty of nursery rhymes, but Paimon does not sing on demand. Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before?
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Mm-hmm. That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's perform, when you hummed that melody...
Wow, Shen. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like... what about you, Ganyu? Are there any
I know some local... the songs of the sailors down at the docks. Yes, in the past, whenever I heard the sound of... Nenny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could at least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did the way those melodies make me feel isn't... Even though we come from different backgrounds and have... In that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends.
Yes, I am. Technically speaking. Thank you. Once the days are warm, I've planted many... you... Nonsense. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest. Then, thank you in advance.
Do people say that?
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out.
Who dares refer to one not by one's adeptus type?
Master.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. One has well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release...
Thank you, everyone.
Upon the gale. Too slow.
Is this... Guili Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong. Guizhong is another name of again. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old... Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center as Adepta. His treasures...
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless...
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense. She always saw... It also helped that she...
Come on!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of... Who would dare snub the Stove God and his wonder? Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Precisely. Even one could... Each of those old we would drink to Streetwood Rambler.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping.
Oh, or...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely... One should have guessed that you... No matter. In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Street back when they arrived at Cleansing Bell.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Pink... And she also said some...
Streetward that bell has as for her old. As soon as Streetward after all.
Whoa. So they were...
The Cleansing Bell, but Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from the two once... Once upon a time, street music would go many years past, which brings...
But...
One was also in response, though the strings...
Aww.
I just remember being although I met Guizhong.
Guizhong, had you not decided to search for that mystery, as of now, do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic?
Precisely.
If I may be...
Oh?
I've been in Leo, but this doesn't bring this someone as though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus. No loss can... Ping has helped count, though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit. Life goes on, because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding...
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long...
Is not every lantern...
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different.
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should begin... Say,
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior.
what... Cloud...
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you.
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish. Upon the gale!
Whoa!
It appears you made.
Oh,
Miss Illuminated.
Said what?
Cuz, you're the.
Street word. One. Given that land.
So, Cloud Retainer.
Ah. What a long time ago that was. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is
Who's.
we like to call her Guizhong. From Oh, after all, although Guizhong once upon a time, but as she interacted, she marveled at the beautiful. She told us with the smallest amount of and a human.
She always that her mechanical.
Speaking of
Of course. Guizhong in one.
as Guizhong once said, when I see the sight.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all,
Liyue Harbor.
Oh, yeah, we've been dying. Oh, also.
I can make arrangements.
Oh, it's been a long, and there was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she, no matter how much time.
So the past.
Oh, but that is not to say that, despite this, just look at this potted plant.
It takes an on.
Be that as it may.
Well,
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Oh, well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is...
It seems gone use
What a pity.
since it's been so.
Gladly.
When you next see the.
you got it!
Thank you all. As for that,
Wow!
when that time comes, wherever her spirit may be,
Alright, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Search for it!
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuching's here.
Welcome back.
Really, really well. We found the person, Mr. Dvorak.
I see. So the melody my aunt, that certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune. I have to say that
Oh, Paimon, but Street.
Madam Ping...
Yep, Kuching's son.
I think that can wait until after the concert, though.
Ah, speaking of, Paimon has a.
Wait. Oh no. Now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay. Nope. Another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Before we set off on.
Please, share your insights with me.
Music is like.
It's...
Wait, does that.
Mm-hmm. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all are happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
That Paimon feels like she. Shoot! Latent. Zhongli said he wasn't. Anyway, ugh.
Behold! Quit following me.
All right, let's...
Oh wow, look who...
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad...
We have all this...
Gotta say. Come on, what's wrong? They're one with my word. We'll take the stage by storm with flames
For sure!
No, don't you worry about that.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Oh, Zhongli, it's a real pity that...
Yeah, that's right. To tell the truth.
I can speak to that.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for...
Oh, sure.
Oh, travel... when you see... You should join us. Okay, everyone. Missy. Well, you were desperate to get involved, and this is what it takes. If I gave you half the chance, you'd be sipping tea till nightfall.
Hey.
We could...
Squall Fury!
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated bird number 2! Everything's great! But you know, if
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng and
Zhongli!
impeccable. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup.
Wait,
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kind.
can we not just call it a... She seems to take a lot of pride...
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during... Excellent. The past should be when the bamboo shoot soup is ready. I must insist that...
Oh, Zhongli, she said, when she says perform... As for the big...
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti. As for the banquet... Since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see...
Absolute.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo
Thank you. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hintao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below.
to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch you step, or you'll get burned. Hey! Woo! Yeah!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping! opposite of the parlor director. Always so generous. Come on, let's go.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities.
Oh, you flatter. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However...
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That might come to think of it.
Hold on,
See? Someone... Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the ice...
Oh, the two of you.
Anyway...
That sounds like it might...
How about
Speaking of eat... Oh,
you know, lots of people come over to eat during the... As for...
The director went to... Seems like it...
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Could it be...
She didn't clarify.
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror. The director didn't mention anything when she invited him to convene here with all of you.
It's almost Lantern Rite, yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame.
Then why would you...
I had a pleasant...
What about the... I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no? Great!
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh, fine. When we arrived just now, the host at Xinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring up...
Paimon would have never...
Oh.
You know Xiao...
Knowing is a... You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists, hard to imagine...
Likewise.
It is a great... I remember you...
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in...
Whoa. Adeptus Xiao. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fake...
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. I didn't plan this.
Let's hear truly...
A little get-together. And that is something our consultant would...
Indeed. Exceptional.
As for me, we all worked real cooking, helping, and of course, everyone is as the one who brought...
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but... Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming.
It wasn't as complicated.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Walk. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not...
Sorry, but you...
I know you. Is there something you...
That does sound like one of
Did the Conqueror of Demons...
There might be...
Huh? It gets pretty boring from here on.
In the time of the Adepta, that is how the board...
That's right. One point, but despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know I'm pretty...
This matter is out...
True, but besides, it'll only be for a short while.
But I didn't...
There's no need to worry. Our young exorcist over here is protected...
That's not the same. And did you just toss...
Huh?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromised?
It sounds like you've...
I'm doing not long ago, thanks to his help. Things have been a lot more stable than before.
Wait, what?
Seeds of store.
And cultivate... Did Paimon just unconscious... That voice? Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new...
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. Fate has... This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. Whoa, these dishes look amazing.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yeah, I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, you're fun to...
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes, yeah. Monsters become more active than usual as we get I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into the...
You've already forgotten? And bards go around...
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangshan...
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's...
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy...
Oh, you're too not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends from the sophisticated way he's... Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of...
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his work's witty and vibrant.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little... There's one I heard a while back that went... the meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a...
I think so too. The composition, if I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Xingqiu. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liua will be hosting a Lantern Rite. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend, the Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for... Don't think any... By the way, should I say...
People are all busy. The festival is to come together in a moment like this. I propose we raise a glass together.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. Now I'm getting a little We usually drink wine during occasions like...
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, considering that everyone may...
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
What's with the urgency?
have you two been? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then.
Let's depart. You go ahead. Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. The Adepti all have their specialties, but this time... No. So you know his true... The Animo Arc... And that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... strange. Yes, the parlor director, she told me that all... But I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capice, but I think he meant the clothes were intricately designed. But inconvenient... Rex Lappet, I never...
Oh, here you...
You're not.
Who tells Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching? To be honest, you looked a little...
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway...
Please wait, there's another Here, take...
Almond tofu...
Yup. Since the master... I heard him. I'll be on. So I made a few... When I told Guoba that I was making these for you...
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them.
You're welcome. Oh, the...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should...
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon!
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious... Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy...
But even though we're all well acquainted by... Oh? Nope. This is something... Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. Lighting the incense will signify...
I see. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhong. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real, if knowledge.
But when it comes to... I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled... Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director...
Huh? That won't... We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, now that we've... It's not just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's Cup, the only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no...
Please stop! If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of...
Huh? Don't get...
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild,
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun.
Huh? I can't be the Adeptus Chef.
I refute. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always... No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean...
Oh, I agree. Paimon's without a friend but...
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making you...
You guys... Paimon, those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon with...
Don't take everything to heart.
that means Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the travelers.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting. Here you go. Take the... It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Yep, but...
You don't have to go up. It's dark.
No need. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great.
Bye. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return.
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lappin.
Just Zhongli. I live as a mortal in Li. If we were to consider status...
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I heard that during the Lantern Rite music, the same truth. I once had a... from the evidence sheet, but there are multiple... in the legends but whether to me, this was as true. Just how so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Rex
It looks like you the director asked me to accompany. After that.
Bye, Zhongli! Everyone's gone. Paimon always... What? No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon. Shall?
No need. I've stayed here from... The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate... Okay, I'll